think I'm gonna make me a nice hot cup of cocoa.
Okay, and you're using this? What is this?
Yeah, it's instant cocoa mix. Isn't that what you use?
Well, I guess you can use that, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna make some homemade hot cocoa.
Oh crap, let's do that.
So last week we did a charcuterie board, so now this week we're going to do a hot cocoa charcuterie board. So again, this is part of the simple things to make Christmas holiday season a little bit easier when you have parties and stuff. Like I said, really hot cocoa, homemade hot cocoa really takes up a notch. We had it a couple weeks ago, cutting down Christmas trees, and everybody loved it. So we'll share that recipe, and then we'll make, like I said, a little charcuterie board. So let's get started on the hot cocoa.
Let's do it.
Here's our hot cocoa. It makes pretty much a half a bowl, whatever this is. I don't know what size this is.
It makes that much.
It makes this much. And I will tell you, this will last you one trip to the mountains to cut Christmas trees.
With a big Italian family.
Big Italian family, and probably another 6 or 7 servings of hot cocoa.
Oh, you guys had leftovers?
Yeah, we had leftovers.
I really wish I'd known you had leftovers.
Yeah, we had leftovers. Making this is really easy. All you do is you're going to sift together 2 cups of powdered sugar, 1/4 cup of dark chocolate, 1 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. We use the Dutch cocoa powder.
Okay.
2.5 cups of powdered milk. So really you could mix this with hot water if you want, but I always mix it with milk anyway to get extra creamy. But it is available to use with the hot water. And then 1 tablespoon of powdered vanilla.
I'm not familiar with powdered vanilla.
Yeah, 1 tablespoon of powdered vanilla.
Okay, that's interesting.
This is hard to find. We went to several different stores before we finally found it. And this little thing costs like $11. So it's not cheap, but it does really add a little extra flavor.
And vanilla in general is not cheap.
No, it isn't. So it shouldn't surprise you the powder is expensive too. And then you add a little bit of salt and cornstarch, and you sift it all together and mix it up. And you get this consistency, this color. So really easy. Again, you can do it, the hardest part is measuring out the ingredients. That's the longest, most time consuming.
And probably the sifting, right?
The sifting, right. So it seems like powdered sugar gets everywhere every time I touch it. So there is a little cleanup involved after I make it. So now that the hot cocoa part is done, like about 1/4 of milk and put it in here. Again, it just depends on how many people you're serving. You can fill this whole thing up. I'm using a crock pot, and I'm going to mix the hot cocoa in here.
Oh, good idea.
I tried it once before where I just had the heated milk, and then people mix the hot cocoa and there was powder everywhere. So I just trying to avoid a mess. So this way they'll just get the hot chocolate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna eyeball. I don't have the measurement how much how much cocoa to hot milk. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. I've been making chocolate milk in some form for 46 years, so I'm pretty good at eyeballing it. So I'll just have a bunch in there. I'm sure online there's definitely a place that will tell you. I just don't know what it is. Experiment. You can always add more. The other thing too I found out is if you're trying to make cold chocolate milk, this really won't work because it doesn't really dissolve. So,
that's good to know.
If you want cold chocolate milk, go to the Nesquik or Hershey syrup or something like that because it doesn't dissolve in cold milk. I tried. Again, learned the hard way.
We talked about smoked cheese, and if you're making a gift basket or just neighbor gifts, this is another great idea for neighbor gifts or gift giving in general.
Yeah, you put this like in a mason jar with a cute lid on it or something like that, or
maybe add some homemade marshmallows with it.
Add some marshmallows or whatever. So again, this is quick and easy. And like I said, you can put a note on that they can use hot water if they don't want to use milk. So the other thing too is I just thought of talking about milk. I also bought the whole milk instead of the 1% or 2%. I don't know if there's a whole milk shortage right now. I went to 2 different stores before I finally found the whole milk. It was out at the first place, but I wanted the whole milk just to make it extra creamy. So really, between the powdered milk and the whole milk, it's nice and creamy. So let me dump some of this cocoa mix in here. So I mixed the hot cocoa powder in, the milk. I put about 1/2 cup in there, so or a quart. Again, not real scientific. so your mileage may vary. Just do whatever your family thinks best.
That's a beautiful color, though.
So here is our charcuterie board. I'm just going to go over everything that I put on there. Again, your sky's the limit as far as creativity.
I almost feel like we need a new name for something like this one, though.
What do you mean a new name?
Like instead of charcuterie board, can't we come up with a chocolatier board? I don't know.
I don't know, but we'll call it a cocoa charcuterie board. So what I have here is I just again went to the grocery store and loaded up. The only thing that's not store bought is these are actually marshmallows I made, and you can go back to our Beast video and see how we made those marshmallows. So they are homemade marshmallows, and guys, homemade marshmallows melt so much better in hot cocoa than the stuff you buy at the store, and they're not that hard to make.
And when we had them up in the mountains, you actually added little Baileys to those ones up there.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, you can't add Baileys. I was trying to make this more of a kid-friendly one too.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
let me go through here what I have. So to start off with, I got some candy canes and some of these hazelnut straw things to stir. You can also use spoons, obviously, but I went something more festive. Here I actually took some Oreos and crushed them because crushed Oreos is pretty good at anything. And then here, you can't really see on camera, I'm sure, but these are chocolate chips that are shaped as stockings and Christmas trees.
Oh, I didn't know what they were. That is so cute.
Yeah, so you can throw those in there. And then here is just some really crushed candy cane.
Ooh.
Peppermint. And then I have some Andes candies here. We used to get these all the time for Christmas in our stockings. I wrapped a couple. Again, I told you about the homemade marshmallows. And then I got some of these snowmen. Again, peppermint chocolate. Another candy canes. And then these are pizzelles. These are Italian pastry that I got at the Italian market the other day. And I figured I'd throw them on there. Again, as kids, we would eat pizzelles and dip them in hot chocolate and milk.
Yeah, because your grandma would make those, right?
Yeah, my grandma would make them. Hers were actually way better for dipping than these are. Quite honestly, these might be on the old side when I bought them, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Nothing beats homemade, obviously. And I did throw in the bottle of Baileys if somebody wants to kick it up a notch, and some caramel sauce too. I also threw in a little bit. Somebody wants to add a little espresso powder to it, they can.
Yeah, what people don't realize, the espresso really brings out the flavor of chocolate. Don't add a lot to it, but just a titch.
Just a titch, yeah, just a little bit. So do you want to make a hot cocoa?
Yes, and guys, minus the Baileys, you bring this to your family event and you will be the aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, whatever with the mostest. They will love, love, love you.
And really, you might be that if you do bring the Baileys too. And then the final ingredient too I'm going to add is some whipped cream.
All right, because you can never have too many calories.
So here's your hot cocoa.
I'm going to add a little bit of this because I have no energy, as you can all tell.
Yeah. Put some peppermint in here.
This is great, being able to do it yourself like this. Oops, I maybe added more than I should have. Be prepared. Oh, and then I just used my spoon. Dang it! I'm going to use a stirrer.
You know, the other thing too, and I thought about it, but we don't use it very much, is like you can get the flavored syrups at the store too.
Oh yeah.
You want to kick it, vanilla or almond or...
This is just limited by your imagination.
Yeah. So here is my hot cocoa. I have hot cocoa, marshmallows, whipped cream, and I threw a couple of those sprinkles on there, the Christmas trees and stockings. I think I threw a couple of Andy mints in there too. So probably mostly sugar, but it'll taste amazing. What do you have?
I have hot chocolate, and I have tons of marshmallows and whipped cream and candy cane crushed on top, and I'm ready to go watch a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Yeah, so we have a Christmas party on the 13th. This may be a great idea to have this and have, especially the kids, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm 46 or 47 now, and I would love it too. But
I'm really old, and I'm going to tell you how old. I'm going to do this on Christmas morning.
All right, let's give it a try.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Never do packaged again. Never.
Yeah, so just to recap this episode, we made homemade cocoa powder, made the hot chocolate in the crock pot, and then we made a hot cocoa charcuterie board. And simple, a great, easy idea. The kids will love it for the holidays, and then you can really even do it in the cold months, you know, January, February also. We just chose the holidays because a lot of get-together families. So this whole month, we're actually kind of showing you guys easy ideas you can do for either gifts or family, you know, family time. It doesn't take a lot of time, and this is definitely one of them. And people will definitely be talking about it next year, telling you to do it again. Tune in every Thursday. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification. Leave a comment, tell us what you think about this idea. If you try it, let us know how it went. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and check back every Thursday.
Eat, savor, and enjoy.
Bye.